Hey everybody, welcome back to the Desk of Interesting Things. I've got my cutter and I've got my drink and we are ready for more. This time we're unboxing something a little old school and something we talked about earlier that you may not even know existed, and it's in this little black package. So let's carefully open this because this is old. I don't know if you'd call it retro at this point, but it is new old stock. So it is brand new from what I was told. But it is something that is no longer sold and wasn't sold for that long to begin with. And I don't know what kind of static cling wrap this is, but this is one heck of a packaging job. My goodness, how is two packaged? This is insane. Okay, no, nothing yet. Give us a minute, we'll get through. Oh, okay, you're seeing the box. There you go. So it is new. I'm not sure if it was done this way to protect it or not. So this is brand new in box. Hopefully the audio on this is not going to be absolutely insane. Okay, so this is this is Google Clips. Now Google Clips came out back in 2017, about the end of 2017, so almost 10 years ago now. I think it's 8 years back. This is a camera officially released by Google. It's 16 gigabyte camera, and it just kind of existed. Now, what made this cool is that it wasn't a traditional camera. So I know this looks like a GoPro or something that you mount and go, which kind of would make sense if you pair this with a Pixel device. Great. But in reality, it was a hands-free camera, essentially like an AI camera. So you were not involved in this at all. It does all the capturing on its own with machine learning algorithms. So this was 2017 using AI to kind of take automatic shots that it thought were the best. So this was actually pretty ahead of its time using artificial intelligence. It could learn the faces of the people you were taking, much like if you have Google Photos, you know that inside Google Photos, it can automatically separate the photos you take based on the people it sees in the photo. So like photos with you in it, with your friends, they can be isolated, they can be grouped together. It's a feature that's been around with Google Photos that Google Clips actually used in the same way. Now, this is a pretty cool device. A lot of people at the time thought it was creepy. And they thought it was creepy, and even today, you probably get that same idea. There are a lot of cameras that have released, we've seen at CES, that kind of do the automatic photos. Like it takes its own photos and it puts together like your daily feature of what it saw and what you did. But I think it's a little more accepted now. Google was doing this a long time ago, and it's actually pretty good. Now, some reviews at the time said it was impressive. Some reviews at the time also said it didn't work all that great. It kind of took random pictures. But I think Google said that the idea was that over time, as you use this in the wild, paired with like a Pixel device, that it would get better. Like it would learn and improve and take better photos. Like it would know what you're doing. But the thing is that you didn't have any control over it. So this is really cool. So let's take a look at the back. Google Clips is a hands-free camera that captures great moments, so you don't have to choose between saving memories and being present with people around you. It's an interesting concept, right? Have your camera on, ready to go at all times, and you don't think about it, it just does the thinking for you, so you don't miss moments by, oh, where's my phone? Let me reach for my phone, let me open the camera app, let me get the shutter, let me adjust things, and, all that sort of things. So it uses what's called Moment IQ. Clips is smart enough to recognize great expressions, lighting, and framing. This affects what the camera captures, so you get beautiful, candid images. That was the idea anyways. Whether the execution was good is left to people. Some said it was, some said it wasn't. Again, we talked about the familiar faces. So this is a brand new old stock camera, and I want to keep this and use it. Now, this was discontinued, so it hasn't been in use for a very long time, but apparently there are some workarounds if you can get the APK and if you have an older Pixel phone. Now, I have a Pixel 4 somewhere around here, so I may be able to find the APK and try to get Google Clips working, or see if there's people working on Reddit and stuff that can get this working on modern Pixel devices, because I actually still use a Pixel device. I use a Pixel 6 Pro, which is about to be discontinued totally in support here in October, and I want to see if we can pair this together. But enough of that. Let's open this up and see what it's all about. Now, new, this isn't like a rare item or anything. Google made a whole bunch of them and they didn't sell well. I got this new on eBay for $20 with free shipping. So this is not a lot, right? So for that price, it's pretty cool just to have. Now, the features of it we can see here. This Google packaging is great. We have a 130-degree lens field of view. We have up to 3 hours of smart capture, which should handle any activity going at 16 gigabytes of RAM inside, or storage. There's no internet connection needed for capture, and that's interesting with the built-in stuff. It does it all itself. It uses Corning Gorilla Glass 3, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth LTE, USB-C charging. So that's pretty cool, and it shoots at 15 frames per second. So we're not super worried about the video, but we are about the photos. So this is it. Take a look at that. Is that going to be the thumbnail? Probably not, but that's pretty cool. So this is Google Clips, and this is what you get. Now, this does look like a pillow fabric. It's actually cardboard, but it does have like a pillowy lining effect. And this is incredibly small. Get the app to start. I can't touch it because there's no app to get like that. It doesn't work like that, Google. So there's a singular button down here. So I do believe that you could activate it on your own, but you couldn't control anything. So you can probably do that to snap a quick photo or to maybe hold it to initiate video. But this is thin. This is a puck size device, and that's pretty impressive for the time. Even today with AI cameras that we've covered, we've written about them over at gambitmac.com, they're much bigger than this. So, and this is self-contained offline. So let's see what's included in the packaging. So we'll take that off. We get the camera, remove this, and we have the let's get started. So this is all sealed up. Can we slide this out? I think we can. Oh, be careful. I want to keep this all in place because I want to put this away when we're done. Let's get started, get to know tips, and be safe. So these are little pamphlets and little slides. And here is the unit housing that keeps it safe and, well, clips, like clips. This is a membrane, very soft. This looks to be metallic maybe, or a hard plastic. And this has a metal piece inside it that is bent to shape that you can kind of move back and forth. So on its own, it looks cool. Then you would place it inside its holder. And this holder has a stone-like texture, but it's rubber. And that's what it would look like. And then simply the idea was that you would pin this anywhere you want, right? In your breast pocket, on your shirt. I'm sure there were other accessories where you could pin this and attach it to a hat or something like that, but that's it. In terms of other packaging, very minimal. You just have a basic standard USB-C cable. And that was Google Clips. It was very, very cool. It just didn't take off, right? It didn't capture the attention of people like Google thought it was. And I believe that it was simply far too early. Now, I don't know what can really be done with this as a platform. I don't know if there's open source software that can take advantage of this. This is something that I just saw and I knew I wanted to have as a sort of memorabilia piece. I love collecting old failed tech, right? The Zune from Microsoft, stuff like that. The Apple Pippin stuff, crazy stuff like that. Failed products from major companies, especially ones that people don't remember. 2017, it's 8 years ago, but it wasn't all that long ago. And I didn't know anything about the Google Clips. And I was around at that time, right? I've had Google devices since the Nexus 5 being one of my favorite phones of all time. So I was following that stuff, and this just totally passed me by. But there's just something striking about Google Clips. It's this kind of turquoise look, this really small puck design that could fit anywhere. It's a really cool device. So we're going to try to get this working, and we'll have a written review if we do, or a follow-up. some shorts. And if we can get it working, we'll do another use video and see if there's a way to get this up and running in modern times. But this is the Google Clips. This is everything that would have come with it. You can find them today. They're about $20, brand new, so not that much if you want to get them for yourself. So let us know in the comments below. Did you have a Google Clips camera? Did you use it? Did you enjoy it? I mean, I think product design wise, this is beautiful, right? The size of this, if this released in 2026, just the way it is, right? Maybe with added, instead of 16 gigabytes, maybe it's like 32 or 64, whatever the case may be, or an SD card slot, micro SD card slot. I think this would have been a winner, but I think it was just way too soon. Also, I believe that AI and machine learning and that stuff, that's implementation was not great at the time. And I guess we didn't talk about price. So when this released back in 2017, this was priced at $249, right? And it lasted only a couple of years. Google stopped support for this in 2021 by the end of it. So funny enough that this survived into the pandemic era and just, faded away. Now, maybe the price was too high. Maybe the technology wasn't quite there yet. Maybe people weren't ready for an automatic camera and wanted to take cameras themselves or shots themselves. And maybe the pandemic and leading into that pandemic with everyone home made Google Clips, suffer from not anyone going out. So there's a lot of factors that could be in play, but we're going to try to get this to work. Let us know in the comments if you want to see more from this Google Clips and see if we can get it working. And until next time, thank you guys for watching. If you like these videos, we're trying to put more and more out of cool things like this. The best thing you can do is like, comment, and subscribe. Links will be in the description. We're going to try to find some eBay pages that are selling these. So if you want to find one yourself, you can. We don't do any affiliate links. We don't get any kickback or anything from any of these videos or anything. And if you like this content, all we ask is a like, a follow, whatever you can do. So until next time, we'll catch you guys later, and we'll see you in the next video.